It's personal between me and you, and I'm going to do you some serious harm, you big stiff idiot.
You guys have a lot of fighters that are like very offensive minded, but I guess you're the guy that balances out the defensive side. Like you have Joe Joyce, who is what his nickname says, he is a juggernaut.
A juggernaut, yeah.
Yeah.
And I do it with him too, and sometimes I overwhelm him. Sometimes I just try to throw a lot, just to get them to just know that, hey man, you can move your hips and move your head, and then you could have a longer career by not getting hit. So I mean that's the basic concept, So working with defense, working with everything here with these guys, and working at every level. I got guys that just started a couple months ago. These guys here, but then who will come in after that is guys that have multiple world champions. I just said it right now. There's Beto Palmeta, a potential world champion right here.
He's fighting Rashidi Ellis.
Rashidi Ellis here in a week, so he's here. He's training, so we gotta get ready. Okay.
What's up, Beto? How you doing? Good to see you.
All right, man. So when the real work starts. So
all right.
But yeah, man, just loving what I'm doing. In a position to make my dreams come true in another way. I couldn't do it boxing because from the brain stroke, a vessel tore in my brain left me blind to the left, so I can't do it no more. They don't have stem cells here, so I guess I'm this way until I die.
Yeah.
But doing what I love, man, and that's what it's all about. Salas gave me that opportunity, and I ran with it.
And that's priceless.
Yeah, man. Right now he's in England. The last 2 weekends he was in New York City. So I'm here working with these guys and keeping them mentally and physically intact. That's what we do.
Absolutely.
Coach Eddie's the greatest coach in the world.
Talk to him.
You need to bring his ass here to the House of Fundamentals, man. If you really want to beat Floyd Mayweather, you need to talk to Coach Eddie.
You get it right.
This is Salas' right hand. Coach Eddie will have Conor McGregor beating Floyd Mayweather.
Yes.
Call him up, Conor. Yes. Call him up, Conor.
Yeah. Call him up
If you want the game plan, you got to call Coach Eddie.
I would love to work with him.
Call him up and definitely cut the check.
Definitely.
Yeah, Coach, I wanted to ask you about Joe Joyce, man, because people seem to have a lot of misconceptions about Joe Joyce. From being around him every day, what do you feel like makes Joe Joyce a really good fighter?
You know what? His energy, man. He's just he's a big kid. He likes to have fun and he likes to enjoy himself, and he shows that in his training. He's very relaxed. He's very composed, but he's a killer.
Yeah.
I mean, in the heavyweight division, Coach always says that you're one punch away from disaster, so you got to be very careful. So I'm with that. I've been working with him with the defense, the noodles, and the head movement, but he's doing a real good job. He's got a fight coming up on the 3rd in England, so he's out there. He's getting ready right now, but yeah, he's a really good dude. Really cool. But for the most part, just.
Yeah, he's really cool. I know you had the clicker when last time you had the clicker. Yeah. You count how many punches per round. What's the most you ever counted per round? Punches around from Joe Joyce.
Was probably Joe Joyce was throwing almost 100 punches per round. Let me show you. I got the book right here.
Oh, you have a chart?
Yeah, I got the book.
You got the chart. They got the data. So this is the official Coach Errid data, the chart.
Yeah, I keep numbers on every fighter on their sparring sessions to kind of know how many punches they're throwing. Just to kind of gives me an idea. If they're throwing 40, well, hey man, you didn't do too good that round because you ain't throwing enough. You got to be above 50. And I'll show you Joe Joyce. For a heavyweight, it's just crazy.
You got the old school notepad and everything.
Man. See right here, this is Joe, and this was his last sparring, which was 6'10", 71 punches, 92, 66 for a heavyweight, 78, 88, for a total of 395, average 79 punches per round. That's in practice, but that's a lot of punches, man. And you can see his other days when he started back last year, 11-9 last year, 51, 69, 67. This is counting every round, totaling, and then the average. So, I keep trying to keep a chart on all the fighters that we have, all the guys and all the different camps that we've had. This is just numbers that I like to keep.
It's beautiful to see someone who's so detail-oriented when it comes to the fighters.
Yeah.
It shows you care.
That's me, man. That's me, because a lot of times when you're advising fighters, you can make it sound difficult. But, if you're seeing that a fighter's just not busy enough, that's all you really have to tell them. Hey, man, you're just not throwing enough punches per round.
And here's the data.
And here's the proof right here.
Yeah.
So they kind of look at that, and it's easier for them to understand what's going on and what we're trying to do.
Okay. Last question I want to ask you before you go back to training and whatnot. We had that kid Bam Rodriguez who fought this past weekend. I don't know if you're familiar. Are you familiar with Bam Rodriguez?
No, I'm not.
Oh, okay, never mind. He's a really good young fighter.
I've heard of him. I read about him after he went up in weight and won a world title.
Yeah, he
That's
beat
good.
Quadras. He gets knocked out the guy who knocked out Cholatito Rungvisai. Yeah, this past weekend. Yeah. The reason I brought him up is because there's another fighter in this gym who I think maybe could fight him one day. Andy Dominguez.
Andy Dominguez, another one of our special fighters, man. Andy's one of the guys that when I first came here, he's one of the first ones that came up to me, talked to me, kind of made me feel good about being here, and it was real nice. But Andy, New York City, man. I mean, he probably in this gym probably has the best footwork of any fighter that we have.
Yeah.
Andy. So, it's good to see him winning, and it's good to see him shining. But pretty soon, I believe he's gonna fight for a world title. I think coming up, he's gonna fight for maybe a WBC Continental title coming up. He's, from what I heard, he's got pretty big plans coming up. But I'll let you ask him those questions.
Yeah, no, I will. I definitely will, because when I actually think about this gym, I know people think about Ugas, but he's actually one of the guys that I think about.
Yes.
Because I think in my opinion, I think he might be the most talented. He's up there. He's up there.
Yes, I mean, just movement-wise, I mean, you see him, and he's such a nice guy. And that's the thing about this gym, is that all the guys here, they work with the other guys. Nobody comes in here saying, oh, well, I got 40 fights, so I'm not talking, no, everybody in here, I mean, the number one rule we have when you come into this gym is that you have to say hello to everybody.
Yeah,
you have to go up and you have to salute every person that's in the gym, and then when you leave, you do the same thing. And we try to do that to kind of keep a family environment here.
Yeah.
To keep everybody upbeat and,
personable,
exactly. Okay. So that's what we're working. That's what we work on here. But Andy's one of those guys that, man, he'll work with anybody. He works with the guys that have minimal experience. He works with the guys that have a lot of experience, and he's a light. He's a light in his gym. And when he's not here, you feel it, but when he's here, you sense it, man, because he brings that type of energy to the gym.
Absolutely. Well, Coach, I'm going to interview soon, but is there any final message you want to give to the boxing world about what you guys got going on here at the Salas Boxing Academy?
Oh, not too much, man. Just that we take a lot of pride in what we do. We take a lot of pride in our gym. We want to be the best, so we train that way. And nothing in this sport is given, man, and anything can be taken away at any moment. I mean, you look at my situation, man. I was 16. I was one of the top amateurs in the country, and then the next day, I was told by a doctor that I couldn't do it anymore. So, just being in the moment, man, and just making most of everything, of every opportunity you have, and I'm on it as well. So, yeah, just that.
There you have it. Coach Errid, living life to the fullest, making the days count. Thank you.
All right, bro. Thank you.
Thank you for watching another video on True School Sports, the home of boxing. If you made it this far, do me a favor and do yourself a damn favor. Hit that subscribe button, and surely you will not be disappointed. True School Sports bringing you the latest and greatest, the untouchable, boxing content, interviews, news videos, breakdowns, live fight reaction extravaganza. We've got a great community of people here, boxing fans all over the world, from America to the UK to Australia, and on and on and on. So join the empire today. Hit that subscribe button. Take care and God.